We are here, we are here, we are here. On this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis. Disclaimer, I am not a professional. Please watch these videos at your own risk. These videos for entertainment purposes only. Thank you. Okay, guys, we are marking up PRO USD. Let's take a look at what's going on in the market. We are in the monthly time frame. So on a monthly time frame, we do have one candle, which is a doji, so it's an indecisive candle. So that means when we go inside this candle, it should be the market will be consolidating within this area. May have a wick that may break out, but primarily prices in between this doji as we walk down. Headed down the time frame to the weekly. Okay, now we can see a second candle form, two dojis side by side. Market is in that consolidation period. Headed down to the daily. You can clearly see that consolidation still happening sideways. Starting to form more support, so something's starting to form in that area of the market. Because if we look at it on the weekly, like the market's kind of just going up, you know. Headed down to the daily, we can see that the market is at a support here for a retest, so it could start it from a W, first, second, third, push all the way down. It could be pushing up for a W pattern. So we got that that structure for that W. Look like it's forming. We're gonna see as we look at it as a time frame. Also, it could be if the market started off on the bottom for that first leg, second leg, third leg, and market could be running to a resistance cap to push that market down for a double top. Okay, so for sure we should be seeing W's in that market as we walk further down. That W may be turning into an M. The market can push down further. So let's take a look at what's going on. Headed down to the 4 hour. You see both. If you see what prices just pushed up from, it's coming from an area of a W. So here we go right here, coming down with that price. It was first leg, second leg, third leg, and market pushed up for that fourth. Okay, so market has to break this area over to this side to see if it's going to push up further. So we're looking for a price to break this area here. It didn't yet. It's having some type of issue in that area. So also we can see that, and this is where that double top come from. So if that market doesn't break this area here, that almost that's the midpoint, that's really the midpoint. Market doesn't break that midpoint, what we receive. First, second, third, market spike down. You can see we have it, something's going on here because we do have price action. Candle is above the previous candle, showing that market's working its way up. If you look at the support of this area here, we have that market going up. And if you look at the resistance, we got that midpoint going across. So you can see that market's in that wedge pattern, about to break out. But you can have a hard time because if you notice that the price action wick is not above the second to last candle wick, showing that it could be some type of decline in that market to create that hard hit of the resistance so that market could drop down. And then if it does, that's how we receive that double top. It's going to push that market down for the first leg, second leg, third leg, and a fourth leg, right? If that market does push up, then that market is being respected for that W pattern. So you can think of it, market's coming from a W, first, second, third, fourth, market pushed up. Or you could just bring it down from here, first, second, third, market push, because we do clearly see a double bottom here. But we do know that price also started over here. So at that bottom is multiple pushes to that bottom. So it's more like a triple bottom. But the way I would draw it out would be like this. Because we have that two pushes here, three pushes in total, I would do a first leg, push out up for the second, market comes down for a third, pushed up again, came back to retest, third push, third touch, and the market pushed up. So all together, triple bottom of that area. And all we're waiting for, if it happens, is that market to break midpoint, retest the midpoint, and we look for entry to push up. Okay, so let's add the 4 hour. Mess this up. Hold on. Get it down to a 3 hour. Extended candles, market just moved over horizontal, 4 more candles. So now we got something going on in this area. It look like a retest, but let's confirm. So after that W that we did confirm earlier on the weekly time frame, what we received in this area here was that market spiked up to a high, came right back down to an area of support for that doji, and then we got another push. So this is like a break and retest, but not at the area of the midpoint of the break and retest, more maybe of the market breaking, because we want to see some red candles in here for a confirmation of a retest. Don't have to. Market is still pushed up in huge green, but we're going to see that green. So I'm looking really to see a break and retest of that midpoint I created. So I want to see some red, and we have the red. So SR line could be a little shifted down to the bottom. So this look like more of the market is breaking retest. So I would slow off. So if I take my SR line, put it here, and now you can see the market pushed up, broke, came back to return, and now we're going to see if we're going to get that push up. If we don't, we know that market's pushing down, for that will be a double top, first, second, third, fourth. Retest, market drops down further. If it's respected, you can clearly see is the break, and you know what happens after the retest, market goes up. If we look at price action, so you want price to break the previous area peak on that side, so which would be this area here, and we can see that it did break it, but it didn't close out yet, so that's not confirmation that the market's going to push up yet, because anything can happen within an hour. But if it does, that market could be pushing up higher. But after the market breaks this area here, another important area that you want that market to clearly see that market going to really be pushing up for an overall uptrend is the market to break this high, which will be spiked up with this resistance area here. So once market gets between this area here, we are close to breaking out to that high. See if that market's going to break. If it doesn't, then we head it back down to that low. We got to see if that market's really going to break this section here with all these wicks. Headed down to the 45. Extra green candle, 3 green candles pushing up. It looks very good. We have bodies above previous body of the candles. This candle's above this one. This candle's above this one. Wicks is above the previous wicks as well, showing that market's in an incline. 30-minute stopped at an endpoint. Think about market stopping at a midpoint in that area of highs, lows, and that's the mid close to here. Market breaking, retesting, or just stopping at a resistance, maybe at a high. We got a double top, so we're going to see if that market's going to push up. If it does, it's going to push down. So we got a doji. The market closed out at that doji, we're looking for an engulfing pattern. Headed to the 15, got the doji, so we're definitely looking for an engulfing pattern to engulf this structure to see if the market's going to push up or push down. So headed down to the 5, market like is working its way down. So on the 5, market's like it's about to do a break, probably going to come back to retest. If it is going to come back to for a full retest at bottom, then we're looking for that market to break this midpoint here. And then if it breaks that, that market's headed down to that area. But if it doesn't, then market can respect this midpoint here. And because this will be the break, retest, and market pushes up. Okay, so we just got to wait until see what the market's going to do. At least a few more candles. We're on a 5 minutes. We got 2-3 more candles. Market could identify itself, or maybe more. Price action engulfing candle. We got another engulfing candle. Like market is working its way down on a 3-minute, and on a 1 minute, identifying the same thing. So market's working its way down so far. It's very good. Side by side, almost. We got to see what's going on here. Got to watch on a 1 minute. Could do a little retest consolidation. Very important information, guys. Please study and review Forex pattern cheat sheet. Click on images. Also, please study breakout retest strategy. Click on images. Very important information, guys. Remember. Okay, guys, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your attention. PROUSD, crypto.